YouTube, Shadow Sun here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about magic and personal gain. What inspired this topic was I was looking at Facebook this past week and I saw a post on Cricket Song's Facebook page in addition to the group Der Witches. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If you don't know who I'm talking about, if you haven't checked out Lunar Wisdom on YouTube, please do. A link to the post, in addition to my own blog post on this topic, will be in the description bar. In addition to the group, which the name will be changing, but I'll let you explore her channel for more details on that information. So when it comes to magic and personal gain, I think that this gets heavily influenced by various things, the media not being the only thing. I think that magic should be used to help ourselves, which is what this topic is discussing essentially. Is there's this idea that people have that magic should not be used for ourselves, that we should not use our magic to help ourselves and to help ourselves with our lives and to help us as witches. And I think that this idea is ridiculous in the sense that magic cannot just be used to help other people. Not that helping other people is a bad thing. I do not want you to misunderstand me. Helping people is an amazing thing. We can help people, but you can't help someone if you can't help yourself. Just like you can't love someone if you can't love yourself first. And I know that people can argue the points with me and people will disagree with me, but this is just my own personal view. And I think that shows in the media and the media as a whole influence us in many ways that people don't realize. The media influences us by what we consume. What we consume affects us, which in turn will affect the magic that we are working on and the magic that we are casting, or spells that we are casting, and how those spells manifest, what results you achieve with your magic. You know, infomercials, for example. Infomercials are a form of persuasive advertising. Those things try to influence you, and in a way they do influence you in ways that you probably don't even realize. You know, when you start buying things and you don't even realize that you're doing it, that's just because, you know, you're being persuaded to buy those things, and there could be a whole host of reasons why you choose to do so. That's just one example. The media has influenced us in ways with all situations, including the situation we're in now. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, that's a whole nother topic, and that is subjective because everyone has their own perspective on how the media influences us and whether or not the media does in fact influence us. And if you're wondering how this relates to this directly correlates to this, because shows like Charmed perpetuate this notion that magic has consequences within the context of using that magic for your own personal use, your own personal gain. And magic does have consequences, but not in the way that you expect. Magic has a price in that everything that you do, you must consider the consequences behind it, foreseen and unforeseen. This being said, that does not mean that you should be afraid to use magic for yourself. This just means that you need to be very careful about the spells that you're working on, how they're going to affect you, how they're going to affect the people around you, and what that may look like in your world around you. Magic is used to create a change within our realities. That includes our own personal realities, our own personal lives, our own personal goals. And it is an aid and a tool in which that we can use to help us help ourselves. And with this idea, people believe, because belief is powerful. Belief is something that we all have. And if we are influenced by the media and we are influenced by what we believe, then we are truly influenced by what we're being consumed, or what we are consuming. Thus, shows like this make us believe that we can't help ourselves with magic without having something horrible happen to them. And the other component to this that doesn't involve the media is some people might feel guilty, or they might feel that magic is being used in a selfish way. That, I think, can be true in that some people can do so, but I think in most cases, just because you use magic to get a job and somebody else doesn't get that job doesn't mean you did something wrong. It just means that maybe that job isn't for them. Maybe that job isn't something that they would have lasted in, or maybe the job that they're looking for is still out there, and they'll find something that is more suited to their skills and their knowledge and their abilities. That doesn't mean that you should feel guilty for casting a spell to get a job, and that doesn't make you selfish for doing it either. You're using magic to help you. You're working in the physical world to get the job. You're putting out that resume. What if that person didn't even do that? Or, I know it's an extreme example. I know that what I'm saying might sound extreme to many, but this is just, one example that comes to mind when I try to explain it. That being said, just because you use magic doesn't mean that you're a selfish person. You can use magic to help other people, but you shouldn't do it at your expense. You have to consider your state of mind. And if you're not in a state of mind to help yourself, then you can't help someone else. You can't help yourself if you're depressed. If you're depressed, you should work on that. And you should focus on how that will affect you, and how that will affect your magic, and how that will affect you as a person, and how that will affect you helping other people. If you can't on a mundane level help your friend through something, if you're going through something, then take a step back and realize, hey, maybe I shouldn't do, whatever it is that they may need help with, or maybe I need to postpone it and help them at a different time. And I'm not telling you how to live. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just simply sharing my own thoughts. And finally, I just want you to consider that their beliefs, the people you're helping with your spells and your magic, can influence how that magic is played out, how the results come about. And those are things you should consider when you consider doing magic for personal gain. And when you think about magic as a whole. What is magic used for? Understand it in that general sense for you to apply it to yourself, in addition to understanding magic from your own experiences. What experiences tell you that the magic works for you, that you know without question and doubt in your mind that magic exists, and what evidence do you have to support that? Based off of those experiences, based off of those spells that you have performed, can help you apply magic to your life, and help you apply magic to yourself, and really examine your beliefs in terms of what you believe magic is and how magic can help you. And remember that magic is an aid to help you with what you need to do. And I think that this concept of magic and personal gain should be looked at from a rational point of view, and understand that shows that perpetuate this idea, the reason that magic having those consequences when they did, spells on that show, Charmed, was for entertainment value. And you need to be able to separate the fiction from the facts, and based off of experiences of your own spell working and magical workings, and what magic is from your own personal practice. These are just my thoughts. If you guys have any questions or comments, please let me know. I realize this is a roundabout way of speaking about this subject, and I recognize that it may not make sense to a lot of people, but this is the best way that I felt to explain my views on the subject. Please check out the, apologies for the background, please check out the links below, and I hope you guys have a safe and happy weekend. Speak soon, and many blessings. Oh.